Alright, hello and good evening everybody. We are back in Spare Room Studio tonight to bring you a special presentation. We are going back to Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. We've got a special treat for you tonight for the Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom Facebook page fans. We're going to be playing one of the custom maps that was displayed, or I should say advertised on the group page. I'm just going to pull that open here right now. We're going to load that up. Let's see, which one should we do? Let's do... which one here? If I look at this, I'm probably going to say this map wrong. We're going to call the one that is called Woo-AXDIII. We're going to give that one a shot. Let's get the game cooking here. Oops, actually, I need to do one thing first. If I did that. There we are. Sure I get everything nice and running properly. Last thing we need is to have something like that crash. Okay. Got that and set. Alright. Now we can get back to the game. Alright, here we go. Single player campaign, we're going to go ahead and do an open campaign. Open play here. Let's pick our city map. I got to find out where it's hiding in here. So, let's see, I thought I may have seen it. Chengdu AXD. Oh, might be all the way down here. I think this should be it. XDOP, that should be the one. Fledgling. There we go. Let's set this up in a steel age. Put it on normal, sounds good. Density is fine. Disaster frequency. Let's live dangerously and put some disasters on. Monuments. Let's put a couple monuments in here. It could be fun. Clock tower is usually a pretty quick one, so let's try something a little bit more. Grand Temple Complex. That could be a fun one. And let's throw another one in just for fun. Since we picked one of the bigger ones, let's just do a splendid temple. That sounds good. Steel age, normal, medium density. Non-player relations are neutral. Alright, let's check it out. Okay. Actually, I realized it's not the one I said we were going to do. This is the Fledgling one. But, still, a custom map. So let's take a quick tour around here and see what we've got. Looks like we've got some wooded areas. We've got a river that runs through the middle. Hopefully we've got some fishing. Yep. Good sign there. Ooh, we've even got some salt mines in here. Actually, I'm going to change the sound just a little bit. Music is on. So that my eardrums don't get blasted out here. The catchy theme. Also have salt and pheasants, which is good. We can do some hunting and gathering. Back there's the pet pheasant right there. Let's see, over here we've got more pheasant. More pheasants. Got some copper and iron ore deposits down here. That'll make a nice little mining area. We've got kind of a rocky mountain terrain here that we'll have to deal with. And then north here as well. Looks like we do have some mountains to overcome. And a stone quarry. Oh, that's nice. Perfect. We'll actually be able to build salt mines. Alright. I'm excited for this one. Not very many maps in the base game have almost all of the different resources you can go after. Plus lots of pheasants, so we're going to be hunting and gathering for sure. Alright. With that, let's go ahead and start out. Here's our road down here. Looks like we've got some ruins to take care of as well. Let's clean that up a little bit there. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and start building. So I usually like to start with building out the population first. And this kind of nice terrace area looks pretty good. That's on key with the salt flats. Looks like a nice area where we can start building our general housing. So let's build a road out to that. Clear up some of these trees here. Kind of a simple pattern here. Whoops, didn't want to do too far out there. We start with my common market square as kind of my baseline and build around that. Get the road structure set up. Let's go ahead and start getting some housing so we can get some people in here. Leave a couple spaces. 1, 2. Start out with the basics, like a well and a watchtower. Yep, we know employees are going to be needed. They'll be coming. Herbalist. Ancestral shrine. We'll leave a hole there. I'll put the tax office there eventually. Kind of a mirror image on this side as well. And I keep the market square in the center of things. Oops. I can mess that up there. Watchtower. Acupuncturist. I'm going to try to keep my feng shui going good here. Now, we don't want our walkers wandering too far out of here. Alright, that gives us a nice little basic structure to go off of here. Actually, this around here. Keep everything nice and compact. People think I'm enlightened. I didn't tell my boss that. Alrighty. Got a well over here just so we can keep the water flowing. Making some improvements, and we should be building some population. Have 11 workers needed, okay. Filling all of our basic resources. Hazards. Oh, we've got some hazards up here that we need to attend to. Okay. Well, we've built enough houses for now, so we should have a decent set built up. We've got housing for 128 more people, 36 are coming, and we've got some unemployment. So the first thing that we'll want to do is build some industry, or rather some food, so that we can build a mill and get our stuff put together. Salt over here would be nice, but we actually need some regular old food first. So let's do this here. A little bridge. start our industry on this side of the map. Now there's some good pheasant over here, which will be nice for hunting. And plenty of fertile ground here to farm crops, so we should be in pretty good shape. Lots of trees as well. We'll do pretty well with lumber. So let's take a look at the world map and see who we've got to play with. Kashgar, who will take silk and lacquerware and salt. That's excellent because we can build salt, or rather mine salt, and sell it to them, and they can sell us back spices. That'll help us with food for sure. Spices on their own don't act like a food, but in combination with another food, so say if you get pheasant with salt, instead of getting just bland food, you can upgrade yourself to plain food, which pheasant with a little salt tastes pretty good. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to start with the administrative city. I'm not going to turn it on because I'm not making any money yet. I'm going to drain my treasury and hopefully create some industry. That is my yellow feng shui. Not the most harmonious, but it'll work. What we want is a hunter's tent.
And adds new knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
And we want to start collecting some of that pheasant. We're going to set up a mill down here. I'm just going to kind of wall in the inspector for now. These roadblocks keep the walkers in the game from moving beyond their appointed areas, and once we get a little bit farther along in the game and we start to converge on some of the industrial areas, we'll remove the roadblocks and eventually replace them with some residential walls to allow the inspectors a little bit more room to maneuver. In the meantime, we want to build up our food supply, so I'm not going to build a food shop just yet. I'm going to let the food start pouring in. Let's see how we're doing. We've got unemployment. Excellent. We've got some room for industry growth. We're also going to want to keep in mind that we're going to want to expand beyond this area. And let's see, we can go up and around. So we've got a good amount of space. Let's see if there's a down on the backside here. There appears to be so. I'm just going to mark that real quick with the road, so that I can see that. That'll be our kind of escape route out of here as we expand our city. Alright, so we've got hunters going out and gathering game meat. Let's see what kind of crops we can build. Cabbage, millet, wheat, and hemp. Excellent. Let's start with farmhouse. We'll do 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to try to do an even, roughly, 1/3 of each crop so that we efficiently allocate our labor. There we go. Since crops rotate in terms of when they come in season, if we build a farmhouse with different types of crops, hopefully we keep that labor employed and doing something for longer periods of time. I like to put it on a lot of... I like to put a lot of slopes on my maps. I noticed that there are definitely a lot of little terraces around here, which definitely adds a nice little challenge to it, especially this part of the map up here where the stone quarry is. Certainly going to be a challenge to use some of this land because of all the little nooks and crannies, but we left a lot of these nice little ramps, so that should be nice to utilize. Okay. We've got crops getting going, we've got game meat, we've got 400 game meat so far, which is good. We still have a little bit of unemployment, that's good. I do, however, want to get to the sea over here, or rather the river, because we've got fish that we can utilize. And clear some trees out of the way. I would really like to build some fishing quays. Couple of those there. Now we just need to connect everything. And I'm sure I'm going to come back and edit this road later because it is not pretty. But just for now, that will be good enough to get started with. The inspector tower there as well. Cap our own area off here. Response and streams to put irrigation pumps if you want. Ah, that's a good point. I could put a little irrigation pump and run a ditch back here to irrigate crops. Crops get irrigated and they produce more, so let's actually take a look at doing that. So I need more workers, and I don't have any room, so let's build some housing first. To do that, I'm going to put a food shop in first. That way we can get food to some of these folks. Make sure our hazards are okay so we don't burn anything down. Looks like a little bit on that side of the map, so maybe we'll continue to build here. Start with an inspector tower. Add some more houses. Probably need some ancestral shrines up here. You know what I'm going to do? Knock these out. Otherwise we're going to make too many intersections and our walkers are going to start getting confused. There we go. Shrine up there. Alright, we've got room for 175 more people. We've got plenty more on the way, and we are serving some bland food. Actually, for now, let's set it at appetizing food. Hopefully, once some of the crops come in, we'll have some better tasting food. That'll come up. By the way, before anything bad happens, let's save this as... just so that I can see my chat as it comes up, as I see my screen is running out of space. There we go. Alright, so we've got crops coming in. We've got farms to produce food. Probably want to put in that irrigation ditch, though. Let me put in one more farm so we can... 1, 2, 3. Cabbage. Millet. Wheat. Excellent. Now if I run the irrigation ditch right down the middle of these, that would be great. So what I'm going to do is build a road back here and across. Now let's see, do I want to do that? Actually, no. I want to put some hemp fields on the back of this and utilize that one irrigation ditch as best I can. Let's build a pump. We definitely need a pump. And build a ditch. And again, we may have to rejigger this a little bit just because I was not very diligent in my road construction. Just like right there. That wasn't very good. Irrigate the fields. Farm is 1, 2, 3. Population hit 5,000. Let's build our hemp farm. 1, 2, 3. Right. And farmhouses are just a little bit smaller than their regular farmhouse variety, so let's edit our road accordingly. Place the pump. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I could do that. Irrigation pump. It could go here. That's not a bad idea. There's enough of a river here that I could get water from it.
And as no knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Let's open this up so that our inspector can get through. Just cap him off right there. And now, since we produce hemp, we will also want to have a warehouse so that we can store our hemp. Now, I've been draining my treasury. We're going to want to eventually solicit taxes. And that's where I've been leaving some holes here so that I can install everyone's favorite, the tax office. Since we have unemployment, we can do that. But in order to collect taxes, we are going to need to make paper. And in order to make paper, we need hemp. So, thankfully, we're installing some hemp farmhouses here, and we'll get a hemp harvest soon. Great. And I think I might actually move my irrigation ditch, or pump, I should say. Probably makes more sense to have it down here. Run the ditch right along to it. I'll leave this here for right now, just in case I want to put in some more farms, but for right now, it seems to be doing well. We've got room for growth, which is a good sign. The streams will support the pumps at various locations along their path. Yeah, that's true, because you do want to make sure that the ditches touch the pumps. Otherwise, you just get a dry ditch, and that doesn't help anybody. Yeah, no, that's actually really good when you made the map. Otherwise, these kind of rivers just kind of create havoc. You can't really build much on them. You can't build a fishing quay on them. You can't build a trading junk station either. Yeah, if you can put in the irrigation ditches, that actually works quite nicely. Alright, so we've got unemployment. Let's put our administrative city to work. Now we can start collecting taxes once we've got our hemp crop in. Speaking of hemp, let's build that. We'll need to build some artisans as well. Like a paper maker. They'll take the hemp cloth and turn it into paper. I want to build more hunters. The problem is I don't want to overhunt the pheasant too much. Otherwise, if you kill them all, there's none coming back. Alright. We've got lots of food.
If you want to eat dragon
Actually,
meat, you'll
appetizing
have to go
food,
ahead
which
and
is
get it
quite
yourself.
nice.
And keep your hands out of my fruit basket.
Don't have any hemp supply yet, but that's okay. Let's see, what else do we need? Well, we're running a major deficit, so we want to work on getting our trade up and running soon. Let's take a look at who our trading partners are. I believe we have Kashgar we can build. Let's do this. Let's kind of build a spur here and put Kashgar in. Just right to that hunting. I could, actually, that wouldn't be a bad spot to for the trading post. Just a personal preference, I like to try to keep my warehousing districts in the same area in case that I need goods. Most of the delivery men are going to the same place, and that way they don't have to travel as far. And I've got an excess of wheat right now, so let's increase the wheat supply there. We've got lots of wheat, so this is good. Let's change this to delicious food. We buy more. So we need water on this end of the map. Build another well. Let's build that trading station now. There we are. Let's head over to where those salt mines are. Lots of salt and pheasant over here. I want to create a nice little spur road that goes over to the salt mines. Salt mines do have to sit completely on a salt flat, so we're going to want to be careful as to how we position them. This looks like a good place here. There's all of our pheasant friends. I'm just going to create a nice little spur road. We'll, again, clean that road up later. Now we've got a salt mine going. You can't build anything on top of salt mines except for... Or you can't build on top of salt mines with the exception of salt, so that's the way it has to be. Build another mine there. So we've got 2 of those running. And we will sell salt. Well, there's our hemp harvest. Looks like a bumper crop.
Hemp cloth is durable and practical.
Water entry
What
point and
else
exit
could
points
I
are
know?
located on the river on the northeast edges of the map. Ah, okay. Water exit points. Okay. That's where they enter and exit from. Okay. Very nice. Good to know. See if we can get maybe a fishing or a trading junk. That'd be nice to show off here. We've got plenty of food, but we need some more workers. Thankfully, we've got vacant housing openings. Continue with the paper maker. Let's check our hazards real quick and make sure we're not burning the place down. Everything looks good up there. And nothing too crazy, although that one doesn't look good, but right on time, there's the inspector. Got this off right here and turn that into a little neighborhood. Alright, so let's see what our city dwellers want. Looks like appeal seems to be the issue. Well, unfortunately, when we need appeal, that means the ugliest house in the neighborhood usually gets demolished, and we put in statues. So, sorry, buddy. I'm gonna evict you. And we haven't had a festival in a while because we haven't thought to hire entertainers. We'll need to fix that. Music school? Oh yeah, I definitely want to try to do some river trade. Hopefully we can find a settlement to do some trading with. That would be nice. Because right now we've got a lot of food, which means it's time to make homage to one of our heroes. Just to try to clear up some warehouse space. Well, Shen Nong wasn't exactly thrilled with the wheat, but we produce a ton of food. Looks like we may need to find a way to sell some of it. Speaking of selling things, unfortunately we cannot build lacquer or silk or tea, so we'll have to find someone to trade for that. And hopefully we can find someone who likes food, because we make a ton of it. At least for now. Alright, we've got a little bit of unemployment and some housing still coming up, so... Uh-oh. Fire. But we may need an inspector tower on this area over here. There we are. That'll keep the area nice and safe. We've hit 1,000 people for the first time. Knock that house down. How do you guys like dragons? Everybody likes dragons. There we go. Alright. Unemployment on the rise, so let's continue to build. One of the easiest ways to make money in this game, literally printing money, is to build a money printer. See if we can find a good spot for this guy here. Ooh, that would have been perfect. I could just shift it down
And
one.
adds new knowledge is
I might
fit
be able to.
be a teacher.
It's like printing money, literally. Literally, it's printing money. What we're going to do here is we're just going to build a little bridge, because otherwise this is going to be an awful long way to travel all the way around this loop to get to the money printer. Do that. Keep our inspector in. That way he can walk the loop and keep everything nice and safe.
And adds new knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
Unfortunately, we are maxed out on food. Who was not happy with us. And now she just feels a little neglected. Oh, there's a food purchase. Let's take a look at the city and see if anybody needs things. Now they're making improvements. This side looking good. Oh, they need an ancestral shrine. There's one right across the street from you. Heal of the neighborhood needs to increase. Totally understand. We'll get working on that here. Let's build a little niche over here. And then acrobatic school. That way we've got musicians and acrobats. We've got good population. A little room to grow. Let's see where that steel and copper was. Right down in here. Let's see, do we have a ramp up there? We do. There's one right here. Just gonna need to find a way to link that road up. Aha! Nice. There's money printer needs inspection. Let's see. For right now, it's okay. It's printed money too, so happy with that. We should be able to service our tax offices and the money printer there with 2 paper makers. Right now, I want to get some of that iron ore. Okay. This path down. That's nice. There we are. Nice little path up there. Income, not doing too bad. I'm not too worried about making money just yet. Again, we'll fix this road at a later point in time. Alright. Now I've got a road down in to get some of that nice iron ore down there. Build ourselves an inspector tower. Load up the iron ore train. Now, in addition to iron ore, we also need lumber. Otherwise, we are not going to have much iron ore. So, go down here. Build a nice little lumber shed, or logging shed, I should say. to celebrate. Alright, we're going to need some more workers. However, in addition to that, we are also going to want to put a warehouse up here. I like to purpose my warehouse, especially ones that are kind of outside just the general goods. This warehouse up here, purpose is going to be to hold wood, so that we can keep it close to our iron ore smelters, and steel, so we can hold on to that. We don't want any of this other stuff. Eventually we'll do weapons up here as well, so I'll set that to accept for now, even though we won't actually get any weapons yet. There we are. Keep the inspector bound in there. And one of the other things that I've noticed that we haven't put in the city yet is clay. We're definitely going to want to build some clay and ceramics so that we can improve our housing. Let's go ahead and start working on that. Build a couple clay pits. Surprisingly, clay is not a very harmonious thing to build here. Not have been my guess. But that's alright. Kiln's right next to them. That way they don't have to travel too far to get their raw material. But now we got a problem. Lots of workers needed, and not enough housing. Let's go back to the drawing board here and put in some more houses. Need to add some houses here.
Ow!
You must relax.
There we are. Another housing block. We're up to 204 people that we can support. Make sure our hazards are okay. Nothing burning down. Not too bad. We've got a lot of hemp cloth, though. We need to make sure our ancestors stay happy. Otherwise, we're going to get bad. Bump your wage rate up very high to get workers right away. It's a good point. Right now, my wages are set at normal and my taxes are at normal. I still am losing a little bit of cash. Not too bad. Let's bump that wage rate up and watch the workers needed drop down to 45. Payroll has increased a little bit, and that's alright. Let's make sure we're hitting everyone from a tax perspective. We don't want anyone to get away with not paying their taxes. A couple people on this side getting away with it, and this side we don't have any tax collection, but they just moved in. Fire in the city. That's not good. I think it was a kiln in my other game that liked to burn down a lot. I'll have to keep an eye on that since that's kind of in a little corner over there. Let's see how we're doing with our steel production. Oh, good. Lots of bars of steel. I can see packets of, bundles of wood heading over to the steel furnaces, which is great. We've got fish coming in. One of the things I neglected to build up here that I will probably need to rework some of this is to build a ferry. Oh. Apparently I cannot build a ferry. Well, that is unfortunate. And I can't build a bridge because there's just not enough space. It looks like this is going to be a dead end. Not a huge concern. Alright. Well, we have a food problem, and it's not that we don't make enough food, it's we make too much food.
keeps the old akimbo and adds new knowledge.
Keep
is
our
fit to be a
ancestors
teacher.
from getting too pissed off at me. And let's build a ceramic shop as well. Now, if you take a look at our population, what we'd like to see is a nice, smooth, upward sloping line. We don't like to see too many dips, because if you get population dips, then you lose population, and it's very difficult to recover as your industries just kind of sway out of control. Appeal of the neighborhood needs to increase. Well, we're going to take the middle house. Sorry there, buddy. How about a lion? No? Dragons? Yeah, there we go. Alright. We've gotten some more upscale housing. We can certainly improve upon that. We've got a little bit of unemployment now, too. We do have an administrative city, which is nice, which means we can build one fort, but in order to build that, we need weapons. Let's build a weaponsmith. That way we can get started on weapons production. There goes a batch of steel now. Ah, that kiln fell down. I had a feeling that that thing was going to fall apart. I don't
The old akimbo and adds new knowledge is fit
Alright.
to be a teacher.
We'll give you guys a watchtower. I can't have my kilns falling apart like that. Alright, kilns are up. Something fell down. Oh, it fell apart. Alright, now we got that fixed. Got plenty of food going. Almost a little too much. Oh, now the other one fell apart. What is going on here? My clay pit. Let's make another paper maker. We can turn some of that hemp into paper and keep that going. If nothing more, paper is nice to make homages with. Play with it from both sides of the water. Okay. Now let's try the ferry again here. It seems strange that usually ferries can go wherever docks go, but odd that it doesn't feel like that ferry will work. If I put it up there, and I need to build one on this side. Not a valid ferry landing. Must be too wide of a gap, perhaps? Actually, that won't let me build it either. I guess this is too wide of a stream of water to traverse. I bet up here we can build a ferry. See? That will let me build one. I just have to move to that other side of the map. Or the other side of this plateau up here. Which eventually I'll work my way over there. Alright. What else can we build here? Now we're improving our housing. I don't like to see any of this kind of like brown and tan. I like to see more of the dark stuff. Just black and gray. As the homes are getting better. Looks like appeal is our #1 issue. Ancestral shrine. Alright, we'll put one over there. Just want to be mindful of the aesthetics in the area, so we'll put in another dragon. Ceramics. We've got a ceramic shop. They should be bringing some around here shortly. Purchase. Excellent. We've got our salt delivery for sale. salt mines doing? Not too bad. We'll probably add another one in here. Well, we might be able to fit. Might be able to get 2 more in here. That's probably the maximum amount of salt mines we can fit in there. That way we can sell more stuff.
Confucius says,
The lumber yards are running well.
and adds new knowledge.
Got plenty of steel. In fact, we've got a glut of steel. Probably build another weaponsmith. Workers. More people. Oh, we don't have enough housing. We only have 30 space for 30 more people. Time to expand. Now this is a personal preference. I just like to kind of spiral out from the initial market square here. But I totally could focus on improving the housing in terms of getting them more goods or services that they need to evolve. Is certainly a viable option to go for to upgrade your housing. But to help control some of the population swings, I'm just going right now for expanding and building new homes. Back there. Need access to water. That's really not good. Building and improving the aesthetics. We're out of places for fish and food. We've got deliverymen standing around idle. Wait for that food purchase go through and... Ooh, Hongdi is angry. How can we make you a little less angry? Ceramics, maybe? He's just unhappy. We'll take it for now. Help clear up our food conundrum here. I'm going to put in another warehouse. I don't want to put in a mill, but I'm just going to throw it in the warehouse here. This is going to be our food warehouse. The idea here is that we can stockpile food and I can offer it in larger quantities for the ancestors or as gifts to other cities. Because right now my mill is packed. Yep, look at all those deliverymen. They're gonna fill that up in no time. Yep. There it is. A lot of millet. How about some millet? Now he's neglected. There we go. Here I'm gonna reset everything just so that I keep a good mix of food. So I don't go overboard on any one particular type. Notice how the mill is set to get food, the warehouse is accept food. So the idea would be that the food goes to the mill first and then to the overflow warehouse should we need it. The food is out of stock, so
The merchant treats us like with barbarians from the north.
we brought in some food. Eventually we will probably have to build a bigger market square, or at least another one. Hazards. Hygiene is good, but worsening. Let's take a look. Ooh, we've got a little risk of fire going on here. Need to address that. Keeping our inspectors around, that way hopefully avoid fire in the future. Edison looks like on the periphery here we need to keep Herbalist and acupuncturist. Oh, the people are expecting less. It's not bad.
And adds no knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
The services in play. Not liking the pavilions. Like the round one, I bet. There we go. Starting to see some multi-story homes go up. Now we need to start focusing a little bit on our budget. We've been bleeding it out for a little while. We've got lots of weapons up here, which is nice. Alright. Gonna cut down on the watering hole over here since we already have a pump. Right now, we've got plenty of food. Would like to focus a little bit on our military, so maybe we can use this little hill outcropping here as a... Oops. Accidentally deleted that. That's not good. Build our military forces up there. The invaders don't walk up the hill and try to blow up my fort. Second mill is another option. A second mill would be another option. The only concern that I'd have is, since I've already got a queue of workers that are essentially lined up, if I build another mill, I don't want this walker to be confused and go to that mill instead, which is really just a bunch of wheat millet and then end up buying inferior quality food. Alternatively, what I could do is go here and set my minimum quality of food to plain food. That way, if the food buyer goes to the mill and says, "Oh, I can't get anything but plain food, wheat and millet," then I'm going to go to the next mill. It says 32 loads. The mill has 32 as well, so the size of it doesn't matter. But I really need to start clearing out some of this food because it's just piling up. There goes all the workers. Definitely have a glut of food. Eat more, people, come on. Alright. What else do people need here? Let's take a look at... We got water. Water is good. Medicine. I think we need some medicine up here. Really keep everybody nice and healthy. Back with some unemployment here, so maybe it's time to build my house. In other words, since I'm the emperor of this place. Build my palace. Fit it in down here somewhere. Ah, come on. Alright, that'll kind of work. That should increase the appeal of the neighborhood considerably, living next to the emperor. You can see here by the nicer homes. These guys are eventually going to need Taoist or Buddhist buildings, so we can go ahead and build a shrine there. That'll create a Buddhist monk walker who can service those areas. Also, since that is the palace there, put in some gardens to make it a little prettier. I mean, hey, I'd love to be this guy. I mean, think of your property value. You live right next to the palace. Sell that place for a mint. Not a paper maker, but a mint. Terrible joke, I know. Alright, we've got a little room to grow here. What else can we build? First, let's make sure our ancestors are happy. Continue to clear out the food. That irrigation works wonders. I'm telling you. It's a ton of food. And we have run out of space in the warehouse, so we need to build some military units. Use some of that steel and iron. Plus it'll help us with defense as well, which is certainly needed. I always like to start out with an infantry fort. That way we can clear some of the weapons out. Transfer some of those. Looks like they're on their way now. Clear up some warehouse space. Alright. It may be time to start thinking about the outside world and who we could trade with. Let's see, Chang'an. I'm gonna give them a nice gift. What could I give them? Steel? Let's give them a bunch of steel and hopefully they'll be happy with me. Steel is a fairly expensive item, so they'll enjoy that. Looks like we need to, again, clear out the foodstuffs. Clear out some cabbage. Yeah, we produce a ton of food. We need to find someone who will buy it. When it rains, it pours. Salt production is at its peak. Now, one of the concerns I have is the salt delivery men have to walk a very, very long way to deliver salt, which means they might not be producing as much salt as they could be because salt production is 100% complete, but their delivery men are walking way, way too far. Alternatively, we could do, since eventually we expand our residential housing space out this way and build a second common market square, you may want to consider building a mill out here. That will accept salt. It'll also give us a place to dump all that food, which, there it is, the mass migration of food. Acknowledge the gift. The amusing gift of steel. Well, apparently they weren't too thrilled, but they don't need tea, rice, or carved jade. Well, that means that's what they want. And we produce none of the above, so nothing good there. Let's try out these guys here. Maybe give them a gift. Cabbage? We'll wait for the food to hit first, then we can give a gift.
The temples are visited so infrequently, we might have to go door to door to ask for contributions.
Give them a gift of wheat, probably. Have some wheat. Hopefully they'll enjoy that. Now we're full up on hemp. Have some clay. Clear up some warehouse space. And here comes the incoming food onslaught. workers, 95 workers needed. Getting over 100, we don't want to get too far out of whack here. Maybe time to build that extra market square just so we can make sure that our subjects are getting taken care of. Build that common market square here. Ceramics. I missed that message. Let's take a look at that again. Oh, they need wheat. Excellent. And they don't need millet or wood either. We produce all of those goods. How about we give them some millet? Hopefully they'll like us and we can ask them to trade. Buys at least plain food with the idea of getting delicious food.
If you want to eat
got
dragon
tasty
meat,
food,
you'll
all
have
right.
to go ahead and get it yourself. And keep your hands out of my fruit basket.
500 cash is a good gift, that's true. Everybody loves getting cash. We're going to empty out our food warehouse for right now and make sure all of that gets sent to the mill. We haven't traded any salt, but we're consuming it, which isn't a bad thing. We do need to establish some trading partners so that we can get some money. Look at our income here. We're not doing too bad, we're just slightly negative, so continue to work on that. Hemp and ceramics are too distant. Looks like we will need to add a warehouse down here so that we can service the customers on this end of the map. Except tea, we don't want any of that. Nope. And we should be able to move some of that hemp down to the other warehouse. They're grateful for millet. They're respectful of us. Let's ask to open trade with them. Be mutually beneficial. Now here's the problem. We need a lot of workers. We need to slow down on building infrastructure and industry and more on getting people here. Continue to put in some more housing units. Now, we're not quite advanced enough yet, but we can start thinking about installing some housing for the nobility as well. In fact, maybe when we get down into this space, well, let's see, some area down in here that we could use as noble housing. Now, since we are opening up our borders and we're starting to talk with other cities, they may not like us. In fact, Chang'an here, they're quite displeased with us. So we may also want to think about how we want to defend our city. Now, this map is going to pose some challenges because of all these tiny little rivers. Enemy units can walk across the rivers, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us. But I think we're up to handling that. start by building a gate here up to our main entrance. I'm going to do my best to seal this off, but I've got a feeling that truly determined invaders are going to be able to get around it. The idea is at least we'll be able to slow them down a little bit and allow our forces that are in the city to respond appropriately. Let's swing the camera around here as we build in our wall. Don't want to give up too much land, but also do want to make sure that we keep our place protected. A nice little trick here is it says it needs access to a road. It really doesn't. It just needs a road tile next to it. Ooh, trade opens up. Excellent. Right. Need to build a wall. As Pink Floyd would say, all in all, just another brick in the wall. And yes, I know. I'm wearing the wrong shirt. This one's actually Dark Side of the Moon shirt. But you get the idea. Sorry, pheasants. You're building on your habitat here. Only 18 more workers needed, that's good. Military, there's my wall. Wall ourselves in here. That must be the terrace. Ah. Employees needed, that's alright. That's where I left off. Swing that camera around so I can move down the wall here. Tower here so that we can keep track of our enemies. I like to build towers, especially where there are gaps in the wall so that we can get sentries to fire on them. I want the enemies to walk into our city without at least some trouble to get in. This part of the map is going to be a little trickier since lots of rocks. Fortunately, I'm not sure how successful we will be in defending that area, considering that there isn't much to it. I may actually just yield that area of the map. Population is 2,000 people. Oh, my money printer collapsed. That's not good. In fact, we probably need another inspector tower. Keep our buildings in tip-top shape. Let's see, how are we doing? Oh, lots of unemployment. Well, I know we can build another military fortification here. Cavalry fort. For right now, I don't have a lot of other jobs, and while I'm building walls, I'm not working on industry, so I can simply man the towers. We'll go from 123 to 72, so roughly 50 people on the walls right now. Clear this land up here and do our best to fortify it. fire in the city again. Keep an eye out for that. Our wall roof tower. Unfortunately, this area here is going to be tough to defend against. Actually, I forgot. We opened up trade. We should build a trading station. Price increase for spices. Well, we're not buying any yet. We'll sell you millet and wheat and wood. We can get jade and paper, which isn't too bad. Right now we've got food stored for 13 months. A good amount of food stores, but since we're going to be trying to export food as well, we might want to continue to build some farms. Where this road is going to need to be fixed. Take that part out. A new farmhouse in. 1, 2, 3. Cabbage. Millet. No invasion points up there. You're not supposed to tell me that. That's cheating. But I'll take the tip. I know I can use it. Increase our irrigation ditch. We irrigate our fields. We still have a bit of unemployment. Continues our wall building exercise here. Just that we get everything that we can walled off. Alright, this terrace is going to be tricky. I really don't want to wall this off. I want to perhaps get at some of the stone. Actually, do I have a stone cutter? I actually don't have a stone cutter. Alright. I can't use that anyway. Make this whole piece of land up here somewhat difficult to use and difficult to defend against. So, simply just wall it off. And if we want to go back up there at a later point in the game, we can certainly head on up there. There is a panda bear, so maybe what we'll do here is a little gate in case we do want to go up there, and maybe send one of our heroes up there to grab a panda bear for the menagerie. Pull that section off there. Panda bears give my favorite line when you capture them. They say life isn't all black and white. Ancestral heroes are feeling a bit neglected. How about some steel? You'd like that? Now he's happy. Okay. Same thing. Build a wall or a gate over here. Panda bears, you need to move so I can finish my wall. Well, that wasn't the way I wanted it to end, but... Alright, over here. Here's some trees. Another pheasant habitat up there. Take the camera around. Now, where'd my wall go? I lost it. There we go. This is where I wanted to build a wall. This section right here. Drop messages. Okay. Animal habitats can't be built on. Alright, so we're going to build on the animal habitat. That would be nice. Some space up here to maneuver. We are running out of money though. Waiting for that bumper crop of millet to come in. We can trade some of that away. We've got a bumper crop of hemp instead. I'll make sure that these guys stay happy. Tower here. Happy New Year, yes. Alright, part of the concern that I've got is we're blowing through our budget. Most of that is me spending money on walls. Building that tower here. We almost have it completed. Okay. Now the salt mines are going to have to live outside the wall. I can't wall them in. A little dangerous to live in the salt mines, but that's part of the job. Go. Build that side of the wall. The wall isn't going to keep all of the invaders out. It should at least help to slow them down just a little bit. Add a little level of difficulty as they come into the city. Give them a little bit of archer fire. Almost made our full 360-degree wall. employees are needed. That's the other end of the wall there. Build our wall this way. Knock down a couple more trees and we should be there. And we really need to focus on some industry because we have run through our treasury. Alright. Walls are up. Everybody should be good. Now, we've got too many workers needed, so we'll just turn off the walls. Walls have 150 people manning them. We know we can toggle our industry a little bit. We need to create some more cash crops so that we can continue to sell. Let's save our game here real quick. Alright. Let's keep up with the farm idea here. Create a whole millet field that we can export that. Get into that space a little bit. Probably going to want to put in another inspector tower. Actually, we've got one over there, so we should be okay. It's again linking up there. Turn this part of the road off. Looks like my chat has frozen. There we go. All right, we've got a military going. Good. We could probably do price decrease for tea. Alright, not bad. We do not sell tea. We could. Probably do with some hunting tents here. Put one more hunter's tent in to collect some of these pheasants that are roaming around. Industry up here doing? Well, we've got lots of steel.
I have better things to do than stand here idle with these goods. The city needs more warehouse room to take my heavy load.
Probably build some more logging sheds. Lumber is an exportable item. We can certainly sell some. Let's make an offering here. Clear out some hemp. Tasty food, which is good. folks need tea. Unfortunately, I don't have tea. I don't think anyone I know sells it either. Not yet. I have lots of extra clay. Probably build a ceramic shop to take care of that. Clear out some steel here out of my stores. I really need to start selling some things, otherwise my money is going down here. Ooh, I'd like some, how about some special gifts? Oh, I got a panda in my menagerie, alright. Gave me steel and a panda. Alright, that makes sense. Well, we could probably, now that we've got industry going, we've got some unemployment, probably think about working on more advanced housing, i.e. housing for the nobility. Let's move on down here into this area. Work on our noble housing. Not going to want the nobles to have to put up with seeing this type of industry here. They won't tolerate that. Wall that off. Nobody wants to see all that industry. There we are. This area down here looks as good as any. Put in our Grand Market Square. Now, of course, the nobles don't want to live just on any street. They want to live on fancy streets with very plush surroundings. Give them those surroundings. Housing for the nobility allows us to increase the number of forts that we have, which means we can have bigger armies. And that means we can actually start to conquer some stuff. Wrap around. More big houses here. I want to put things in here like, well, herbalist, acupuncturist. That way these services can go down. How are we doing on tax? 92%. Let's see our tax income. Who's evading the tax man? Not too many. Maybe up in this space here, maybe not quite as much tax. Always add another office. Ceramics. That'll get us started for our noble housing. Of course, the people need to be taxed.
Archie treats us like we're barbarians from the north.
Employees needed. We can turn off some of our forts. That'll cut down on that.
The city is prettier than the most beautiful concubine in China.
Now, the nobles also love entertainment. We can put in a theater pavilion
Don't worry, I'm very skilled.
and add some entertainment, such as a drama school, which the nobles enjoy a good drama. Add an acrobatic school in there as well.
Ow!
You're okay. Try it again. Concentrate.
Also make a link here
Okay, forget the place.
to link it back to the rest of our regular housing. That way we can share some of the benefits that the walkers have.
Ow!
You're okay. Try it again. Concentrate.
Ow!
You're okay. Try it again. Concentrate.
Now we've got some nobles out and about for a stroll, going to the theater pavilion to check out the latest show. Although we probably do need some more entertainers.
Flute and flute, gong and shong. Go! See the performers at the market square.
Alright, we've got a pretty good amount of people out and about now. We need to start investing in the appeal of the neighborhood. Better way to do that than by building some nice items. We need to get our trade going here because we are losing money. Perhaps it's time to investigate further with the rest of the world here, like Kafang. And perhaps we can give them some racks of weapons. May be helpful. Limit our spices in each of these so that we can focus on trading them a little bit. Make a warehouse just for spice. That way we don't keep our spice workers from having to walk all the way to the trading station. They can just drop it off here at the warehouse. And the warehouse workers can handle depositing that. So we'll accept salt. Got a gluttony of hemp. Clear some of that out. Another thing. Fire. Not good. Here's what this side needs. A little bit of inspection. There we go. Get our inspector out. Also build a Confucian Academy to service our more affluent neighbors here. Find a good central location for it, perhaps right here would be good. Confucian Academy will teach people about Confucius and give them access to that form of religion. Also put in a pagoda. Way we can gain access to the Buddhism aspect of the game as well. Maybe Taoist. Tao? Alright. Fang is grateful for weapons, that's good. And we can give them some more weapons, and perhaps we can trade with them. Earthquake? Oh boy. That is not good. Oh, we just lost a lot of our city. Holy cow, we just knocked down a lot.
Okay, forget the plates. Can you juggle?
Rebuild our homes. Yikes. Just as soon as we were about to start making some money, an earthquake hits. Definitely took out a good chunk of our housing. Even all the fancy houses got knocked down.
Try to get the future says
They'll come back quick, but
and adds new knowledge
really
is
hurts.
fit to be a
a
teacher.
lot of money to fix all that stuff.
The temples are visited so infrequently, we might have to go door to door to ask for contributions.
It all fell down here. A lot of homes. Back to cottage. Get our housing back up and running. Cottages. Yep, 333 workers needed. Fortunately, our mills were not impacted, so we still have plenty of food to go around, and we'll get those workers back up here quick. Unfortunately, it's going to be an expensive incident since we have to rebuild all of our homes that we just built. Alright. Oh, all our ceramics and clay industry fell down as well.
Confucius says, he who keeps the old akimbo and adds new knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
Is anything else? Yeah, we lost the smelter up here. Yep, we're gonna need some more workers. We need 339, and we've got room for 486. So hopefully they'll get in, we'll get them resources, and they'll start taking off.
Don't worry, I guess you will not relax.
Why? Everyone was happy. See how Kafing is. They're apathetic. I don't have any weapons to give them right now. Save up here and hopefully get some out to them soon. In the meantime, we've got plenty of wood and millet coming through. Delete that roadblock out of there. That one as well. Open that up to our inspectors. We've got 2 people streaming in. Don't accept wood there. Gonna have to let our income catch up with our expenses here because we're running another deficit. Alright, let's make sure that we can support ourselves here. More people are coming back. Good sign, good sign.
Don't worry, I'm very skilled.
Now we can have a Happy New Year, sure.
But you must relax.
Alright, last year we were only down 758 streams of cash, so not horrible. Can certainly improve. We'll slow our spending now, we should be able to do a little better. Back up to 2,000 people. So our population took a huge dip right there with that earthquake. Now we're coming along just fine. Add some homes in here if we wanted to.
Don't worry, I'm very skilled.
Plenty of bars of steel running. Need more weaponsmiths now. There we go. Down to 134 workers needed. Let's keep these forges on fire, guys. Bang another. Well, we'll wait till we can give him a full rack of weapons, full 16. Guys aren't into private gardens as much. About a Tai Chi park? Would be fun. Ah, they need silk now. Silk is very expensive, however. That's to sell. Oh, we need to find someone who will sell us silk. Does Kafang sell silk? Perfect. Sell weapons in exchange for silk. We haven't traded some spices. Plenty of wood and weapons flying out the door. Weapons, we have 1,300, alright. Mining is going at a feverish pace. Our lumber mill keeps everybody satisfied.
Confucius says, he who keeps the old akimbo and adds new knowledge is fit to be a
Right. Things are going pretty well. We're starting to make positive money here. We're not in the red anymore. We're positive 71 strings. Don't accept steel there. Squeezing a few houses over here. I think we can. There we go. Make use of some of that prime real estate. Back to the level of workers we were before the big earthquake.
Okay, forget the quiz. Can you juggle? Don't worry, I'm very skilled. Confucius says, he who keeps the old akimbo and adds new knowledge is fit to be a teacher.
Trying to find a place to live in the city is like trying to squash bees that are fighting.
You must relax. You're okay. Try it again. Concentrate.
Well, down here. Water. Trade seems to be helping buoy our economy a little bit here by selling wood and millet. This is definitely helpful. %98 of the population visited by a tax official. That makes me very happy. Oh, fire. Inspectors on that. And we are back to 0 workers needed. We're able to balance our budget as well. Let's see if we can give Kefang some more weapons. We need to get some silk so that we can start building our military, otherwise someone's going to come knocking at our door. And they're not going to be happy. Tractor cut on fire. Probably need another inspector tower down here. Have it happening here. We actually finished last year in the positive by $431, or strings of cash, I should say. Not too bad. warehouse there. Need a small amount of workers, but we got plenty of space for folks. The Kefeng will get those weapons. Perfect. You guys happy with us? Excellent. How about a trade? Open trade with them. Here's our emissary off on his way.
Honor that I am off on another mission for the well-being of our great city.
Ow!
Okay, right again. Concentrate.
More fire. Thankfully, we've got some inspectors on that.
You're okay. Try it again. Concentrate.
Nicer side of town over here by the palace, doing quite well. More fire. Should probably just build an inspector's tower down here. This place is gonna burn. Our inspector somewhat in that area, otherwise we're going to have more buildings fall apart. There we go. Give him some weapons. Makes him quite happy. There's all my salt. Wow, we got a lot of salt. Trading as much of it as possible. Trade with Kefeng opens up. Need Shenron for now. We will sell you weapons in exchange for some silk.
Ow!
We will want this warehouse to get silk. 10 bolts should be just enough. Hopefully seen some weapons on its way down to the trading station with Kefeng. In fact, I might move the trading station with Ashgar. Closer to our salt mines, and thus we can deposit salt there much faster. Sell you all the salt you want. Please take some. Buying silk, but really need to sell weapons. Oh, that looks like a spy.
My cover is blown. I'd better hide, and quickly.
Hopefully now that we can sell more salt, be able to make some dollars back. Or strings of cash, rather. relatively weak until we can get that silk in place so that we can build our fancier homes. Get that silk shop in place now. Good. Should turn to buying soon. There goes the silk
The
buyer.
weavers have really outdone themselves this year. I must hurry before there's no more bolts of silk left.
Kashgar buying salt.
I'm
Excellent.
on my way, but I'll surely be back for another trading day.
We've got some weapons for sale, but we should really bolster our weapons production. Which means more steel. A couple more smiths. We don't need Shenong right now. Nice that he comes to visit, though. Logging enforcement going. In fact, just, hey, if they'll take all the salt, let's just keep depositing it. Takes up room in our warehouses anyway. I don't think last year we did too good on the money. Yeah, we were just under. In fact, if we need workers, I might want to just consider turning some of the salt mines off. Seeing as such that we've got too much of it, we don't have a path to get rid of all of it. But we can build some more forts. Now, I'll come back to you, Shandong. Crossbow fort, catapult fort, infantry fort, and that's all the forts we can handle. Doesn't like the gardens. Want a pond? There we go. Oh, we didn't want to build that there. that warehouse full of salt. I'll knock that down to 36. The hunter's tent there to take out some of these pheasant. Price decrease for wood by 4. Send Shannon back. I need to increase my price for wood. Racks of weapons out for delivery. Sold some weapons, which is good, helping to combat that trade balance. Clear out some ceramics. Cavalry, 4 infantry. Uh-oh. Well, looks like we're going to have an invasion. Good thing we've been beefing up our military. 204 workers needed. All these forts that we just opened up. We got 6 months to build up our army. We've gained some shields, which indicates our relative military strength. They're coming in 5 months. Last of our forts will be built. save our game here. Oh, we've got some enemies on the horizon. Make sure that we're ready to deal with them when the time comes. We still need a lot of workers. We've got room for them, at least. Just wait for more people to arrive. Go, boost the appeal of the neighborhood. 2 months. The army is coming. Right now we need workers because we need to raise a military and staff our walls here pretty quick. Gonna shut down our salt production here, just for the time being. We've got plenty of it. Tons of it. One month they're coming. Man the defenses. Reduce our taxes in an attempt to get more employees here. Alright, here we go.
And adds no knowledge is fit to be
We'll
a
fight to
teacher.
defend the city. Dispatch some troops. Ah, they've already made it through the gates. The animals have escaped. Hopefully my military is on the job. Round them up, boys. In fact, an offering to Huang Di might be helpful in this situation.
Oh no, you spoiled the food.
Yeah, that's not good.
Out of my way. This isn't a war chariot.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'll surely be back for another trading day.
I hate working in the family business. Maybe I should just run
Infantry,
off
go
and
engage those
become an
catapults.
acrobat.
The invasion force has been defeated. Successfully taken care of them. Wasn't a great victory, but we had just enough troops to do the job. Turn that off. Successfully defended the town. Defeated our foreign invaders. unfortunately, we'll need to focus on getting our troop counts up and fixing our gap that we have in terms of labor force. Still 190 people needed. So after that successful defense, I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. So once again, thank you so much for joining me for this gameplay of Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom, playing one of the custom campaign maps that was made on the Emperor Facebook page. Special shout out to those of you who joined or are watching on the replay here tonight from the Emperor Facebook page. We'll hopefully do a couple more streams just like this one, and maybe try out some of the other maps as well. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next stream. Take care. Hey, this is Kevin from Breeb64 Gaming. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you'd like to see more fun videos like the one you just watched, click over here. And if you want to get alerts for when new videos are available, you can subscribe to my channel right over here. Thank you for subscribing, and we will see you next stream.